Hi everyone, good afternoon. Okay, everyone, during the class, okay, Google form will be given to you. Okay, if you fill that Google form, your attendance will be marked. Okay, it is saying once again. Okay, please observe that and fill the Google form. Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, we'll start the class, right? We'll start the class. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, is it visible? Right? Audible? Yeah, yesterday we have seen the manufacturing of brick process, right? There are 4 different operations. What are that? Preparation of soil uh, for the manufacturing of brick, and next molding, drying, and burning. There is another process in the preparation of soil for the manufacturing of brick, right? What is that process? Unsoiling, digging, weathering, blending, and tempering. We have completed about unsoiling, digging, weathering, and blending, right? Today we'll see about tempering. Before going into tempering, we'll once again just briefly see what is unsoiling, what is digging, what is weathering, what is blending, right? Yeah. What is meant by this? Unsoiling. Unsoiling means removing the top 20 centimeters layer of the earth. Okay, first we have to select a land, and after selecting, we have to remove the trees, plants, okay, and stones above the surface of the soil. Okay, after removing that plants, trees, and stones. Okay, after cleaning the site, again we should dig the 20 centimeters top layer of the soil, and we should remove that top 20 centimeters layer soil, right? After that only we have to take the soil for the preparation of the brick. This is called unsoiling, right? Next, digging. After unsoiling, okay, we have to start the digging process. What we should do? We should take additives such as fly ash, sand loam, rice husk, ash, stone dust, and uh, spread spread on the surface on volume basis, right? Take some volume, spread on the surface, right? After that, the soil mass is then manually excavated, paddled, watered, and left over for weathering process, right? It should be digged, okay, and it should be paddled and water. We should keep water and it is left for weathering process. It is left under the sun, okay, for the weathering process. Next, digging process should be done before rains. Okay, what they are saying, before rains itself, before coming of the rains itself, we have to complete the digging process. Okay, after the removal of the top layer, the clay is dug out from the ground and spread on the plain ground. Okay, after the weathering process, the soil is kept in the heap form, right? This is the surface of the ground. Okay, the soil that is dug here, right? The soil that is dug here is kept in the heap form. Okay, this is heap of soil. Okay, and heap, right? This is process of digging and weathering process. Okay, any stones, gravels, pebbles, roots, if present, we have to remove that one. And what should be the height of the heap? 60 to 120 centimeters. This is the heap, right? This is the heap of soil. What is this height? 60 to 120 centimeters, right? And the soil is left in heap and exposed to weather for at least 1 month, right? It is left for 1 month, and it should be turned over. This bottom portion should come up, right, and the top portion should come down. Okay, turning the soil up and down, right? So weathering process will be done successfully, right? And in order to keep it wet, water may be sprayed. Okay, water may be sprayed in order to keep the soil in wet condition. Okay, and the plasticity and the strength of the clay are improved. Okay, you know about plasticity, right? What is mean by plasticity? The uh, the soil will be in the pasty form. Okay, that pasty form will be improved if this weathering is done. Next, blending. Okay, the earth is then mixed with sandy earth. Okay, in blending we are changing or modifying the composition of soil, right? By adding sandy earth and limestone limestone that to the soil, right? We are modifying the soil. If any composition is not there in the soil, we are adding that to the soil, right? Next, moderate amount of water is mixed so as to obtain the right consistency, right? If less water is mixed to the soil, what happen? We cannot mix that soil. Okay, if more water is added than required, what will happen? The soil will be flow away with the water, right? So minimum moderate amount of water should be added so that the soil will be in the pasty form. Okay, pasty form, so that we can mold that soil into any shape. Next, addition of water to the soil at dumps is necessary for the easy mixing and workability. Next, in such a way that it not create a problem in molding and drying. So more moisture content should not be present in the soil. Why? Because it creates problem in molding and drying. Okay, if more water is added, what will happen? The soil will be breaking easily. Okay, if you have molded a brick, okay, if it is containing more soil, what will happen? If you take that brick outside from the mold, it will get cracks immediately because water moisture content is having more. Okay, next, excessive moisture content may affect the size and shape of the finished brick. So excess moisture should not be present. It will affect the size and shape of the brick, right? Okay, let's I will give a small example. Okay, if excess moisture is present in the soil, what will happen? Okay, if a soil is there, okay, you have prepared a rectangular shape soil. Okay, rectangular shape soil. Okay, what will happen now? You lift this piece of soil. Okay, you lift this piece of soil. If you lift this piece of soil, okay, you have prepared a block. Okay, you have prepared a block with the soil, and after that it is having more moisture. Try to lift. Okay, try to lift. Okay, one hand here and another hand here. What will happen? this, due to the excess moisture present in the soil, the brick will bend like this. Is it clear? When you lift the brick block that you have prepared will bend like this, okay, and get cracks at the middle, right? So if excess moisture is present in the brick, this will happen. It is losing its shape, right? It is losing its shape, and it is losing its size also. Cracks also producing. So that's why excess moisture should not be present in the brick. Yes, is it clear? That is a blending process. Okay, next, the tempering process. Tempering consists of kneading the earth with feet. Okay, there is a small, I will draw a small diagram. Okay, this is a small place having a circle. We have to put the soil inside this small place. Okay, you have to put the soil inside this place. After that, you have to water it. Okay, after that you have to water it. Next, what we should do, we should enter into this. Okay, and with our feet, okay, with our feet we have to press the soil. Okay, we have to knead the soil. Okay, if any picture is there of kneading, it will be very easy to understand. For if you see here, okay, he is kneading the soil. Okay, he is pressing the soil, okay, for the right to get the right consistency, right? Is it clear? This is called kneading. Okay, you might have seen in some movies. Okay, there will be a small pit. Okay, inside that pit mud will be there. They will be kneading, right? Example, you have seen a movie, legend movie. Okay, in a song, hero and heroine will be doing this one. Okay, if you don't if you did not see, just go and see in a song. Okay, they will be doing this one. Okay, kneading. Tempering consists of kneading the earth with your feet. Okay, so as to make the mass stiff and plastic. By plasticity, we mean the property which wet clay has of being permanently deformed without cracking. Okay, yeah, in legend movie song, they will be entering into the soil and they will be kneading the earth. Okay, when you have seen when pots are making, right? In that process also they will be kneading the earth. They'll keep the soil in a small pond, and they will be pressing with the feet. Okay, if you have seen that one, it is well and good. Okay, if you are not seen, just go and see that one. Okay, next, tempering consists of kneading the earth with your feet so as to make the mass stiff and plastic. Okay, by plasticity we mean the property which wet clay has of being permanently deformed without cracking. Okay, what is mean by that? Means plasticity is, when soil is there, we have added water to soil. Okay, after adding of water and mixing the soil, okay, what will happen to soil? The soil will be in paste form, right? The soil will be in paste form. Okay, if you mold that into any shape, okay, if you mold that into a square shape, if you mold into a rectangular shape, if you mold into a brick shape, okay, that can be molded because the soil is having some plasticity property. Okay, that soil is having plasticity property. That's why uh, it is converting into any shape. Okay, after some time, okay, take that soil and keep under the sun. After evaporation of the moisture, what will happen? The soil will become like hard substance, right? The soil will become like hard substance. At that time we cannot make any shape, right? Okay, so when mixing water to the soil is getting plasticity property. After evaporation of moisture from the soil, it is losing its plasticity property. Okay, yeah, it should be preferred. Okay, it should preferably be carried out by storing the soil in a cool place in layers of about 30 centimeters for not less than 36 hours. Okay, the prepared soil, the tempered soil should be cool, should be stored in a cool place. Okay, in layers of about 30 centimeters thickness. Okay, 30 centimeters means one big scale. Okay, that much thickness we have to prepare the soil. Okay, and kept for not less than 36 hours. Okay, it should be stored for up to 36 hours. Okay, more than 36 hours, right? Not less than 36 hours means more than 36 hours. Next, a vertical shaft with a number of horizontal arms fitted with knives is provided at the center of the tube. Okay, next, the central shaft is rotated with the help of bullocks yarked at the end of long arms. However, steel, diesel, or electric power may be used for this purpose. Okay, for the purpose of kneading, they may be used some electrical equipments also. Okay, the pit. Okay, in this pit, there will be a small vertical shaft. Okay, small vertical shaft. This vertical shaft. Okay, this vertical shaft is having knives. Okay, is having knives. This vertical shaft is having knives. Okay, and this vertical shaft is rotated with the help of bullocks. Here, animals will be tied to this arm. Okay, animals is tied to this arm. Okay, and if this is rotating, okay, this arm, okay, this horizontal arm will be kneading the earth, right? Sometimes for the purpose of rotation, they will use steam or diesel or electric power machines also. Okay, for the purpose of tempering. Okay, have you understood tempering, right? If there is a if you see the picture, okay, here soil is placed and added water, and he is kneading the soil, right? Kneading the soil. Okay, he is pressing the legs on the soil, right? He is what do we call tokadam. Okay, in Telugu we call tokadam. Okay, that is about tempering process. Now we'll see the molding. Okay, we have done the preparation of soil. Okay, first we have done the preparation of soil. Now we have got the right consistency soil. Okay, now next process is molding of bricks. Okay, take the soil. Now what we have to do, we have to mold that soil in the bricks, in the shape of bricks. Okay, giving the required shape to the prepared brick art is known as molding of bricks. Okay, if you see, we have prepared the soil, right? And this is a mold. Okay, this is the mold. So take the prepared soil and press in the mold. Okay, as in this picture, right? This process is known as molding. Is it clear? This process is known as molding. Okay, yeah, there are two different ways of molding. Okay, there are two different ways. What are that? Hand molding. First one is hand molding. In that, ground molding. Okay, first one is hand molding. Okay, is it clear? Next, table molding. Okay, hand molding and table molding. In hand molding, again ground molding. Okay, this method is adopted when a large and level area of land is available for the purpose. Okay, if you have seen the manufacturing of bricks, where they will do in a open place having a large area, because they will prepare a lot of bricks. So for the purpose of drying, where they have to keep under the sun, so large area should be available for the drying process also, right? After molding of the bricks, they will keep that brick in the under the sun for the purpose of drying. So a large area is required. So for the purpose of hand molding also, a large area is required. Okay, after molding the brick, we have to keep that brick for the drying process there itself. Okay, we'll see the process, then you can understand. This area of land on which molding is to be done is leveled, plastered, smooth, and sprinkled over with sand. How the land should be? The land should be leveled surface. Okay, and it should be smooth and sprinkled with sand. Okay, you will get a doubt, sir, why in the during the manufacturing of brick, why sand is coming? Okay, why sand is coming means sand will act as a friction while removing the brick from the mold. Okay, while removing the brick from the mold, sand will act as a sand will give friction. Okay, so that the soil will not attach to the mold. Okay, that is the purpose. Okay, this, if you see, if you keep this mold without sand, what will happen? The soil will attach to the mold. Okay, it will not come properly. Okay, if you use sand in that, okay, if you use sand in that, due to the presence of sand, there creates some friction. Okay, and it will come out easily. Okay, is it clear? Next, to prevent wait, yeah, to prevent the molded bricks from sticking to the molds. Okay, why sand is using? To prevent the molded bricks from sticking to the molds. Either sand is sprinkled on the inner side of the mold, or the mold is dipped in water each time before molding is done. Okay, what they are saying, they can use sand. Okay, they can use sand, or they can dip the mold inside the water. Two process can be done. Okay, for the easy removal of brick from the mold. Okay, if you see here, yeah, if you see here how the brick okay, has come out from the mold. Okay, is it clear? Sorry, okay, sorry, not this one. Okay, this will be kept under the mold. Okay, kept under the mold. Here frog is there, you see, frog is there, right? Due to that frog, the depression will be formed on the brick. Okay, is it clear how frog is present on the brick? Okay, this will be this 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 part will be kept under the mold. Is it clear? After keeping under the mold, okay, after keeping this under the mold, then this molding will be done. Okay, is it clear? After molding, what happens? As there is a surface, okay, there is an surface. Due to that surface, frog is formed on the brick. Okay, this one will be kept on the top side also. Okay, this one will be kept on the top side also, because top side also frog should be present, right? A small depression, right? Why is that? A small depression is forming on the bricks to hold the mortar, right, during the construction of the wall, right? That is the purpose of this piece. Okay, next, when sand is used to prevent the sticking of earth to molds, the molded bricks are known as sand molding. Okay, if you are using sand, okay, if you are using the sand for the prevention of sticking of earth to the mold, that type of molding is known as sand molding. Okay, that type of molding is known as sand molding. Okay, first we are seeing this ground molding, right? First one is ground hand molding. In that, first one is ground molding. Okay, in that ground molding, what we are doing, we are selecting a land. Okay, it should be smooth and sprinkled over with sand. On that surface, we have to prepare this moldings. Okay, as he is preparing in the picture, right? And we have to use sand. Why? Because to stop the sticking of the soil to the moldings. Okay, if what happen if the soil is got stuck to the mold, okay, the brick will not be taken out easily, right? Or the brick may lose its shape. So for the purpose of that, we are using sand, right? So if you are using sand in the moldings, okay, that molding is known as sand molding. Is it clear? Okay, have you got an idea about how a frog is produced? You see, this is the reason how frog is formed on the brick, right? On the top also we'll keep this piece on the top also, right? So top and bottom will get a frog. Why? What is the purpose of the frog? It will hold the mortar during the brick wall construction and give the bonding between top brick and bottom brick, right? It is clear. Next, If you see, this is the process. Okay, this is the second process. He is dipping the mold in the water. Okay, each time when he is preparing the brick, right? You see, he is dipping. After that, he is filling. After that, at the last, he is removing the brick from the mold. Okay, by applying water. Okay, by dipping that mold in the water. So for the removal of the brick will be easy. Okay, is it clear? By dipping the mold in the water, the removal of brick from the mold will be easy. Or we can use sand, okay, for the removal of brick from the mold. These are the two processes that we use for the removal of brick from the mold. Okay, if you are using sand, that is okay. If you are using sand, okay, that is sand molding. Sand molding, yeah, sand molding, right? Next, another one is table molding. If you see, this is a table molding, right? In it, the molder carries out the molding of brick on a table. Okay, where the molding is taking place on the table. Okay, he does so while standing by the side of the table. Okay, you see, by standing the side of the table, we can prepare the brick, right? Next, he molds brick on boards known as stock boards, where he molds brick on boards. Okay, these boards are called stock boards. Okay, these boards, wooden boards, are called stock boards. Stock boards are the same size as the molds and having a projection of the frog. Wait, yeah, you see, this is a molding. Okay, this is a table molding. So there is a mold on the table. Okay, it is having the frog also. Okay, if you see this one, okay, if any excess soil is there, this excess mud wire out will be my excess mud wire cut. Okay, if you see this one, the same equipment, this one and this one. Okay, is it clear? He is removing the excess soil from the brick, right? Yeah. Next, sand is sprinkled inside the mold on the stock board. The mold is placed to fit the stock board and then filled with earth. Okay, there will be a stock board. Okay, I think this is a stock board. Okay, top plate and bottom plate also will be there. Okay, this one bottom plate. You see, there is a bottom plate, right? That is another stock board. Why they are providing? They are providing for the purpose of top and bottom plate having with frog. Okay, why frog is provided, you know, right? That is the purpose of these stock boards. Okay, next, sand is sprinkled inside the mold. Okay, sand will get sprinkled inside the mold. Why? Because to remove the brick from the mold very easily. Is it clear? Yeah. Next, sufficient quantity of earth is dashed into the mold, pressed hard, and the surplus earth is removed with a strike of a thin wire. Okay, sufficient quantity is filled inside the mold and pressed hard. Okay, and he is removing the excess amount of soil from the brick, right, by using a wire. Okay. Next, this is a table molding. Same process as in ground molding, but here they are using a table, right? They are using a table. And next process is machine molding. Okay, up to now we have completed hand molding and table molding. Okay, if you just see, in the hand molding, there is ground molding and table molding, right? You have seen about the frog also, frog, header, and stretcher. Okay, the small portion is called a header. Okay, wait. Okay, if you see the picture, okay, if you see the picture, the smaller portion is called header one. Okay, the bigger portion, the length is called stretcher. Okay, right? This is about hand molding. hand molding, what are there? Ground molding and table molding, right? Next, machine molding. Okay, before we go to machine molding, okay, please fill the attendance. I am sending in the chat box. Okay, wait. Okay, everyone. Google form is given in the chat box. Just to see the Google form, fill that one. Okay, name and roll number, right? Okay, total 49 present. So 49 responses should come, right? Please please fill that Google form so your attendance will get marked. Okay, fill carefully. Okay, all of you. Okay. Resume slideshow. Yeah. Okay, we'll wait a half a minute. So everyone will fill that. Okay, everyone fill that Google form. That is your attendance. Okay. Now nobody is responsible for your attendance. You are only responsible for your attendance, right? So you will not ask anyone, sir, I came, but attendance is not marked, right? So if you fill that Google form, your attendance will be marked, right? Right. Yeah, half minute is completed. Yeah, we'll see next machine molding. Okay, up to now what we have completed? Hand molding. We have used our hands and we have molded the brick, right? In which process? Ground molding process and table molding process. In ground molding, we have directly molded the brick on the ground itself. In table molding, we use a brick and we have molded the brick on the table, right? Now we'll see machine molding, right? The bricks required are in large quantity. When large quantity of bricks are required, okay, at that time what will happen? If you are molding with hands, it will become late, right? It will become late. So if you use machine molding, what happen? Large quantity of brick will be available. So we have to use machine molding for that. Then machine molding is economical because demand, machine molding is meeting the demand. Okay, if you want 10,000 bricks today, so machine molding will be given that 10,000 bricks. Okay, if you are molding with hand, it will be difficult, right? So it will also save more time, right? It will also save more time. Here also we are having two types of machines. Okay, we are having two types of machines. First one is plastic clay machine. First one is plastic clay machine. Second one is dry press machine. Okay, dry press machine. We'll see what is plastic clay plastic clay machines and dry clay machine. This machine contains an opening in rectangular shape, and when we place the tempered clay into this machine, it will come out through this opening. Through this opening. Okay, if you see other side, okay, there is a hopper bottom. Wait. Okay, this is a hopper bottom. Okay, right? This is hopper bottom. Okay, in this the tempered clay, the prepared clay should be put. After keeping the tempered clay inside this, okay, the machine itself will give the bricks as it shown in the figure. Okay, if you see in the figure, bricks are prepared by itself, by machine itself, right? No human is required for this. Okay, for just putting the tempered soil inside this hopper bottom, this human is required. The molding is done by the machine itself, right? Yeah. This is a machine molding. Now the rectangular strips coming out the opening are cut by wires and get required thickness of brick. Okay, if you see here, okay, if you see here, the rectangular boxes are there. Okay, if you see here, rectangular boxes are there, right? Rectangular. In that, the clay is filled and the bricks are coming out, right? Next, same in this, the wire will be there. So extra soil that is filled in the mold is removed. Now, so these are also called wire cut bricks. Okay, these are also called wire cut bricks. Now these raw bricks are ready for the drying purpose. Okay, so the machine molding is very fast process. So it will meet the demands of the human, right? So by producing large quantity of bricks. Okay, then the bricks that is prepared from the machine are ready for the burning. Okay, drying and burning process, right? Next process is dry press machine. Dry clay machines are more time saving machines. Okay, what they are saying, this dry clay machines or dry press machines are more time saving machines. Why these are time saving machines, we'll see. We can put the blended clay into these machines directly without tempering. Okay, what they are saying, after giving the required properties to the clay by adding sandy earth and lime earth to the soil, we have modified the clay. That modified clay is directly put in that machine. Okay, without adding water. Okay, we are not adding water, we have just modified the properties of the clay and we are putting inside the machine itself. Okay, this machine itself will blend the clay. What it will do, it will press the clay by itself. Okay, it will add water and it will press the clay by itself. Means tempering also done in this machine by adding some water. Okay, the machine itself will add water, right? The machine itself will add water and it will knead the soil. Okay, and it will knead the soil by itself. When the required stiffness is obtained, the clay is placed in mold and pressed hard. Right? It will check the stiffness of the clay by itself, and it will press the soil in the mold by itself. And well-shaped bricks are developed. Right? Well-shaped bricks are developed. Next, these are called pressed bricks. Okay, these are called pressed bricks, and these do not require drying. They may directly send to burning process. Okay, this does not require drying. Okay, in the previous process they require drying, but in the dry press machine process, that bricks pressed bricks does not require any drying process. It may send directly to burning process. So if you want 10,000 bricks immediately, okay, this dry press machine will meet the demand of that human, right? Yeah. Next, next process is drying of bricks. Okay, natural drying and artificial drying. There are two processes in drying process. What is that? Natural drying and artificial drying. Okay, you may get easily what is this natural drying? Keeping the bricks in under the sun, right? Under the sun. That is called natural drying. But we will see after molding process. After molding process, the bricks contain some amount of moisture in it. After molding process, the bricks may contain moisture. Okay, the bricks may contain moisture in it. So drying is to be done. Otherwise, they may cracked while burning. If some moisture is present inside the brick, what will happen? If some moisture is present inside the brick, what will happen? Okay, while during burning of the brick, cracks will be developed. Right? Is it clear? Yeah. The drying of raw bricks is done by natural process. Drying of raw bricks is done by natural process, because molding the bricks and keeping under the sun. So it is a natural process. Okay, if it get disconnected, just join immediately, right? Yeah.